Hey, hello investors and future investors. Welcome to the channel. For today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to trade BMNR, or rather Bitmine ImmersionTechnologies. I'm going to give you a brief history about this particular stock, but most importantly, I'm going to show you how to use this stock in order to make consistent income. Now, if you are new to options trading or you're trying to use options in order to make some additional income to supplement your already 9 to 5, then you so happen to stumble onto the right video. Welcome to Investment Gains. Let's jump right into it. Welcome back, investors and future investors. My name is Tim, and on this channel, I show you how I use my portfolio in order to make consistent income. For today's video, I'm going to be showing you one of the most popular trending stocks out there, which is going to be BMNR, and how to go ahead and use it in order to make consistent income. Now, to start off with, this stock is extremely volatile and extremely speculative. And I'm going to go ahead and start off the video by showing you why I say that. Now, the stock is merely speculative because if you go ahead to the year to date, you could see the stock recently just IPO'd. So it IPO'd back in June. So there isn't much information to go off of this stock. Hence, it's a speculative stock. Now, the stock is extremely volatile, and I'm going to show you why. Let's go ahead. We're going to go down to show you a bit more information down here. And this is why it's very volatile. Although the stock just IPO'd back in June, so it's only been in existence on the stock exchange for like 3 months, it moved from a share price of $1.93 all the way up to $1.61. That right there is a very huge discrepancy. Now, is this a stock to invest in? My personal opinion, hell no. Is this a stock for trading? Hell yes. An option trader welcomes volatility. We actually embrace it, and that's how we make most of our money. Now, let's go ahead. We're going to get started by opening up the advanced feature right here in order to get some information so we could decide what option strategies we want to use with this stock, if any. Now, we're not going to go out to the 1 year mark because, like I said, this stock just started off back in June, so we don't have enough information. What we are going to do, we're going to go to the 1 year outlook and see if we could find some level of support and resistance, some kind of figure that we could use in order to choose our strike prices. So currently, BMNR is trading at $59.23. It did have a high of around $133. So what I'm going to be looking for first is a level of resistance. So I'm going to draw my trend line right up here, and the first level of resistance I get is going to be around the 62-ish mark. Now, the reason why it's a level of resistance, if you look at the trend line, you could see it hit the line 1 time, 2 times, 3 times right here. Good, very good level of resistance. Still, it's not a strong resistance, but it's a good level of resistance. Now, I'm going to go ahead and look for a level of support. So the support is always going to be below the share price. The resistance is always going to be above the share price. So let's go ahead and go below, see if we could find some level of support. So the level of support I found is going to be around the 50-ish mark. And as you can see, if you follow the trend line once again, you can see the chart hit this line multiple times. So we have the 50 level of support, and we also have the 60 level of resistance. So how are we going to use this information in order to trade this particular stock and go ahead and make consistent income? So for that, let's go ahead. We're going to go back to the stock. Now we're going to scroll down and we're going to hit trade BMNR options here in order for us to go ahead and open up the options chain. Now, all this information down here represents the option chain. What the option chain does is that it gives you enough information in order for you to go ahead and make a very informed decision. Now, before I go ahead and show you these option strategies that can be used in order to make consistent income with this particular stock, I want you guys to do yourself 2 favors. Favor number 1, always make sure to do your own due diligence before investing. What may work for my portfolio, quite frankly, may not work for yours. Second favor you need to do yourself, always make sure to have an exit strategy before getting into any options trade. That way, if the trade do decide to go tits up, then at least you could get out of the trade. Now, last thing is that these videos are for education and entertainment purposes only, so trade carefully. So this is what I would be doing if I were to trade this stock right now. I'll be going to sell I'm going to be going to put, and I'm going to go ahead and choose my expiration date. The expiration date I will be using is going to be, I'm going to go with October 31st, which gives me around 22 days to expiration. Now, this is going to work if you have a small account. And once I show you this option strategy, I'm going to go ahead and show you another option strategy that can be used if you're trading with a micro account, meaning just a couple $100s. So with my sell and my put and my expiration date of October 31st, I'm going to go ahead and choose my strike price. The strike price I will be going with is going to be, let's go with the $52 strike price. The reason I'm going to be going with the $52 strike price is that I know my level of support is going to be around the 50-ish. So I could take a bit more risk and look for a chance of profit of around 72%. So 52 is going to be perfect for me. The other reason why I'm going to choose the 52 strike price is because since this stock is so volatile, I want to get at least about a 5% return. So this is an income generating option strategy. So by choosing this strike price, I'm going to get paid. The amount of money I'm going to get paid is going to be $2.70. When you translate that into the real world, that's going to give you $270. This first option strategy that can be used with BMNR is going to be the cash secured put. The cash secured put is perfect for this stock because this stock is so volatile right now. You get lots and lots of premium. Now, your return on investment, or rather your ROI. The ROI on this investment can be deciphered by dividing the amount of money you receive, which is $270, by the amount of money you're going to need to leave as collateral. And that's going to be $52 strike price multiplied by 100 shares, because each option contract does contain 100 shares. Once you do that, you're going to get around a 5% return. Now, a 5% return on such volatile stock is my sweet spot right there. Now, this option strategy, like I mentioned, is going to be known as the cash secured put. And I just mentioned as well, the chance of profit is going to be around 72%. If this trade does go against you, you're going to now own 100 shares of BMNR at a price of $52. Now, because this stock is so volatile, you could go ahead and do another option strategy once you get a sign in order to continue making income. But that strategy is going to be for another video. So let's go do a quick review right now, and then I'm going to jump into a second option strategy that could make you consistent income. So for BMNR, because it's going to be so volatile, we're going to go to sell. We're going to go to put. We're going to choose an expiration date of your choice. I'm going to go down. I'm going to choose my 52 strike price because I did my due diligence and I'm fine accepting a 72% chance of profit right here. The amount of money I'm going to receive by doing this option strategy, because it's an income generating option strategy, is going to be $2.70 or $270. That's going to be my money to keep no matter how the trade goes. Now, that $270 is going to represent a 5% income for me. Now, I did mention if the stock goes against you, you're going to now own 100 shares of BMNR at $52. Now, if the trade do go in your favor, then you're going to get to keep this $270. Your $5,200 is going to be released back to you. And if you so choose to, you could go ahead and do three things. You could rinse this option strategy, you can repeat this option strategy, and you continue to lock in your investment gains. Now, for those of you with the micro account, I know you guys have been waiting for this. This is what we're going to do. Let's just change up the parameters just a bit. Now, if you are trading with a small account, you need to take a bit more risk, but not too much risk where you blow up your portfolio. So what I will be doing, I'm going to be going a bit lower down, and I'm going to be going with the $50 strike price. Now, remember, we just established there's a support at the $50 mark right there. Now, with the $50 mark, you increase your chance of profit, which is going to be 75%. The reason why I would want to increase my chance of profit is because now, this option strategy is going to be known as a defined risk option strategy, and that just means there is some money that can be lost. But don't worry, I'm going to walk you through it. So with the $50 strike price, I increase my chance of profit of 75%. And now I'm going to be paid $2.13 or $213. But you're going to have to leave a collateral once again of $5,000, which is going to be the $50 multiplied by 100. But I did mention that this is going to be for those of you that are trading with a micro account, just a couple $100. So let's make a slight tweak to this option strategy. We're going to go to buy right now while maintaining the same put, maintain the exact same strike date, and now we're going to go and choose a secondary strike price, and that's going to be the one right below the 50. We're going to go with the 49.5. There is a reason I'm choosing the 49.5. I'll tell you shortly. Now let's go ahead. We're going to select that. Now this time you're going to be buying. So because you're going to be buying, you're going to have to pay. Now because you're going to be paying, there's going to be what's known as a difference. The difference between this price here and that price here is now going to be the income you're going to be receiving. I'm going to go ahead and show you that right now. We're going to hit continue. And there you have it. The income you're going to be receiving right now is going to be $40.92. Let's just say $41. Now, for this option strategy, you also will need to leave some kind of collateral. The collateral you're going to need to leave, let's go ahead. We're going to hit review. And the collateral you're going to have to leave is going to be $50. So this is how this works. Now, you're going to be using a collateral of $50 in order to make $41. So the amount you actually going to be risking is going to be only $9, which is going to be the difference between $50 and the $41 you're going to be receiving. So you're now risking $9 only in order for you to make $40. So I think this is a very, very good trade, even if this stock is highly volatile. Now, what I'm going to be doing personally is that I'm going to be going ahead and do 2 contracts. 2 contracts is now going to double the amount of premium I'm going to be receiving. It's also going to double the amount of collateral. But the reason why I will be doing 2 contracts personally is because of my exit strategy. Now, before I go ahead and get into the exit strategy, let me just go back to the reason why I chose the 49.5. The reason I chose the 49.5 is because I just reduced the barrier to entry to get into this option strategy. The reason I chose a 0.5 is because in order for you to do this strategy, you need to leave a collateral. Your collateral is always going to be the difference between your 2 strike prices. So the difference between 50 and 49.5, which is going to, the difference is going to be 0.5. You multiply that by 100 shares, and that's going to give you $50. Hence, that's exactly why I chose the 49.5. Had I gone and chose the $49 strike price, then my collateral is going to be $100. By purposely chose the 49.5 in order for me to be able to do this, and I could do multiple contracts with a lot less collateral. Now, the exit strategy. The exit strategy for me is going to be not to wait until expiration date in order for me to go ahead and close this trade. What I will be doing, because I already know this stock is very speculative, I know this stock is highly volatile, so I'm going to be looking to get out of the trade before expiration date. The criteria for my exit is going to be whenever I'm up on the trade of 50%, or in case of this one contract, whenever I'm up around $20.50, I'm going to close the trade out. I'm going to lock in my investment gains, and Bob's your uncle. So exit strategy, 50%. Once you do 50%, you're going to be keeping half of this premium you received, but most importantly, you're going to be getting back your $50. So you're going to be gaining $21, you're going to be getting back your $50, and you're going to be up on the trade. Then, once again, you could do 3 things if you so choose to. You rinse this option strategy, you repeat this option strategy, and you keep locking your investment gains. Now, the reason why I said I personally is going to be doing 2 contracts is because I want to estimated credit. I want to lock in $40 per trade. With 2 contracts, my estimated credit is going to be double, like I mentioned, it's going to be $80. So I'm still going to have the exact same exit strategy, which is going to be 50%. So in this case, 50% now is going to equate to $40. So whenever I'm up on the trade $40, I'm going to close off the trade. I'm going to lock in my $40, and I'm going to get my collateral back of $100. Remember, once again, if I do 2 contracts, my collateral is going to double as well. So it's going to be $100. So there you have it, investors and future investors. BMNR is not a good stock that I'll ever invest in. However, the stock is very speculative and the stock is very volatile, which creates the perfect opportunity for you to trade and get very, very good premiums. So the 2 option strategies I would use for this stock is going to be the cash secured put, which is a win-win option strategy, and also I'm going to do a put credit spread. The put credit spread is the defined risk option strategy. So I did mention that earlier, and your defined risk for this case is going to be whatever your collateral is. So you stand to lose $50 if the trade goes against you. But remember, once again, you are going to be receiving a credit of $41. So you go ahead and calculate the difference between what you're going to be receiving, what you're going to leave as collateral, and the amount for this particular instance is going to be $9. So your defined risk for this option strategy is only going to be $9. Now, if you guys have any questions about BMNR or these two option strategies, then let me know in the comments below. I have a question for you guys. Do you guys trade this stock, or do you guys want me to continue making these kind of videos about how to trade different stock based on their volatility? Let me know in the comments below. Now, for those of you that made it to the end of the video, I have a special treat for you guys. If you guys need any help growing a small account portfolio, then that's exactly what I do specialize in. I will leave a link in the description below. If you guys need additional help, go ahead and follow that link. Now, for those of you that made it to the end of the video, you guys are the real investors and future investors. If you haven't already, now will be a great opportunity for you to go ahead, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Make sure to hit that notification bell to get an alert when I post a video, especially my Wednesdays videos where I show you live options trade. Now, most importantly, I do put all this free content out there for one particular reason. I'm trying to educate people about how to start making income from options trading. So, if you guys do know of anyone that's struggling to grow a small account portfolio, then the right thing to do is to go ahead and share this video with them. Together, let's help as many people as we possibly can start generating income from options trading. Now, until the next video, keep pushing your investments.